Hello and welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the DEAMS data pull that I do, what information I pull, and get that into our data files so that way we are ready and available with all of our data to pull it into Power BI and Excel. All right, so what we're looking at here is the Power BI from AFAOC. This is not directly from DEAMS, but you can see when exactly they pulled their data and at what time. So this provides a really good starting point, primarily because they already piece together some of the data that we need. So instead of pulling multiple reports to piece them together, we can just come here and pull the data that we want. However, the bad part about this is it is a large data set, and sometimes we do have to break it down into smaller elements. But this is an excellent product, and we can figure out how to kind of go about pulling the data we need. So some key things that are good to know is the FM morning paper for much of your FMA and budget and accounting information on their critical task list and the things they need to pull in. Open documents, open travel documents, DEAMS GPC. These are all, there's lots of great things to explore. There's training available for that from AFAOC, but for what we're doing, I'm going to look at the status of funds, and I come down here to data download. So it's taking me to balancing, just to show you I'm in balance. But looking at the data download, I have it filtered by my two O bands, 6234 and 6235. So it should provide all the information there. I also have to pull data for my MPA tours, which is under a different O band, but I only use specific ESP codes for that. So again, what you can do is filter to the data you need, and then it should provide it, and then you save it. So all you have to do is right click on these three dots and export data. It's going to give you a couple options. You should always pick the summarized data, and you're going to export that. Again, it's going to go to your data files. So it should pull up thing. It's going to go to your data files, and you're going to save over your previous day's set of data. So I go out and save this every day. But once it's saved out there initially, you don't have to come back to the AFAOC data website. You simply have to pull up your data from your Excel spreadsheet, and it will update automatically. And you can check that by looking at your report date. So again, I don't go into AFAOC every day. I just simply pull up the Excel spreadsheet, which I previously downloaded, and it will update automatically. About once a week, I have to go in and reselect my CAC certificate, but that usually happens once a week. So it's not too difficult. Again, once it's saved out there, that's all you should need is just one save. So the data that I pull for this is I pull two different status of funds, one with my OAC and OBAN, and another one just for the MPA, which is under a different OBAN, under a specific RCCC, and with specific ESP codes. I combine those, I pull those as two separate data files, because if I was to pull in that RCCC and that OBAN with my other OBANs, it would give me a massive file. So again, I split that up. Other documents that I generally run daily is an open documents listing. And again, you can get that from your combined ODL. And that gives me a daily look at what documents are open and available. And again, I've got just my OC and OBAN. And then I also look at my open travel documents on the combined travel ODL. And that gives me both RTS vouchers and DTS vouchers. So again, I can see where I'm currently sitting with all that information. Periodically, you may want to come in and look at your DEAMS members and mooreds, what's out there and available. And then you can also look at your GPC data, which if you under status funds, if you go to current cycle GPC, this is a new report which has been fantastic for us. It currently shows what is in Access Online and how much is loaded to the card, and then how much we have available. So it's going out to Access Online and actually pulling some of their data. So fantastic job by AFAOC and their team to go and get that data, because now we can monitor that. I don't think it's in real time, but we can at least monitor it more than just the GPC close. So keep that in mind. Again, this might be one that I might pull in future reports, but as of right now, I'm just kind of leaving it as is. But again, for all of these, you export the data and then save it as an Excel file. And then every time you go into that, it should update. So you should only save it once. So use your naming conventions wisely, so that way you name it once and you know where to pull the data. In the next video, we're going to talk about Power BI and Power Query specifically, and how to pull in data. So stay tuned for that. Remember, if there's anything else you want to see in these videos, comment below or email me, and we can figure out a way to add that information. Thanks.